This is Satya Brahma. What an extraordinary privilege it to me to chair the 3rd Annual India Leadership Conclave and Business Leadership Awards, consequently for the 3 years. It has been a very memorable journey since last 3 years when we started our first conclave in Delhi, wherein we highlighted the programs on resilient economy, whether it will bounce back or not. At that time, that Indian economic condition was in a very savvy position because of the global economy meltdown. We changed our focus in our Mumbai 2nd annual event, wherein we thought about making the event, taking it closer to the common admi. We made the event to connect to the people and gave a theme, Aam Aadmi, beyond roti, kapda and madda. It is very important to mention here that over the years, India has progressed tremendously now. It's a great pleasure to bring to you Indian Affairs 3rd Annual India Leadership Conclave and Indian Affairs Business Leadership Awards 2012. The theme of this conclave is Brand India, Limitless Leadership and Unlimited Opportunities. We'll also be talking about the emergence of India as a major superpower in the coming days. To my mind, what has progressively changed India is the basic outlook. Dr. Manmohan Singh, when he was the finance minister, enunciated the liberalization reforms, which opened up plethora of opportunities to the global market. Many foreign players came to India, and India also emerged very strongly in the market. The license Raj and the protectionist policy of the Indian economy vanished, and we saw the increasing trade and commerce and bilateral trade between a lot of countries. India became known to major destinations of the world as one of the most preferred destinations. We are talking about India as a superpower, but to my mind, what is the main concern is that it's not the population which is increasing. We have a population of 1.2 billion actually. What is most important is the corruption, nepotism that is crippling the Indian thought process and the policy making process. We find many of the politicians and the policy makers are becoming the stumbling block and clashing with the interest with the intellectual class group. If I could take back to your memory when India started its journey of economic liberalization, we found out many reforms wherein many companies grew up. Many Indian brands became a big brands, global brands. There was a time when people thought that think local and act like a global man. This is what has happened actually. And the biggest issue that is confronting India today is the foreign regulations, the foreign direct investments, Chamber of Commerce economy, and the issues that concerning the common man. India virtually actually live in villages. 70% of Indian population live in villages. And these people earn less than 20 rupees a day. So I would like to bring to your attention here that when you talk about the brand India, emergence of a superpower, we cannot underestimate the fact that India has emerged out to be a strong superpower in the Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities. But if you look at India in the rural parts of the country, you will find that these people do not have basic access to health. Many companies do concentrate on the areas where they find it profitable. I think this trend should change. We also must change the outlook of this attitude of these businessmen who are trying to drive this globe. Let us have a combined effort. Let us concentrate on public and private partnership. Let us think about globalization. Let us think about domestic issues. Let us also think about the issues that can bring revolutionary changes for branding India in the world type. In Western countries and in the European countries, you will find many of the brands have become bigger. It is primarily because of the outlook. In India, as I told earlier, population is not the issue, corruption is the issue, and second to that is the literacy rate. Many people of India are not literate. Just to tell you that 65% of Indian population do come from young ages actually. They are actually the future leaders of India. We must think about them actually. We cannot simply underestimate these people. Government also should think very clearly that when they give money to the state governments and the various developmental agencies, that it goes to the right direction. But unfortunately in India, the politicians must have the money and it doesn't reach to the common people. The common people suffer. This becomes richer. The poor becomes poorer. So what is the solution? Do we have a choice? Yes, we do have a choice. We have to think very forward-looking way. we must also think public-private partnership is going to play a very critical role in the coming days. We have seen the increasing number of players coming to India and establishing their presence, mainly because they found out India as one of the most preferred destinations for foreign direct investment. You might have seen for the last few months in various newspaper channels and contemporary times that there has been a taboo on the foreign direct investment. Aviation sector has taken a beating. So also some of the factors. It is not because of the faulty programs of the government, it is mainly because of the forward-looking approach. The approach lies with the policymakers. The approach lies with this intellectual class of the society. They must combine, they must come together and sit across and discuss. Look, these are the issues which we must resolve. If we cannot resolve these issues, India is not going to go. So let us stop fighting, let us stop quarreling, let us stop giving all sort of abuses to each other. We are not going to solve these issues. We can solve the issues only when there is an amicable solutions. Another issue that is currently crippling India's country is terrorism, cross-border terrorism. The emergence of terror groups in various countries of the world are posing a serious challenges. Look at Afghanistan, look at Pakistan. Look at Taliban, look at Iran, look at Syria, political turmoils all over the world. The global condition, to my mind, is not that conducive what it should have been actually. It is primarily because of the emergence of these terrorist groups which is trying to destabilize the world peace. And India must increasingly play a very positive role in combining all these developed nations and bringing together there. One of the good news is that India is going to get a permanent seat in the United Nations. As you know that India is second only to China in terms of populations. We have a huge resources. Our cultural heritage is very huge, and we have a tradition of glorious past wherein we boast of lot of religious scripts. India is the only one country in the world where you will find multiple caste, creeds, religions, sectarians, all sort of peoples are there. You cannot find it anywhere in the world. This is one of the uniqueness of Indian culture, and there lies the real heart. The heart should come out. We must not forget that we first are the Indians and we must think like Indians. This has precisely happened in the last 2 to 3 years. Indians have achieved a lot of activities. They have immensely contributed to the growth of the Indian economy, and Indian economy is today the 7th largest economy in the world. And look at where we are heading for. Look at the innovations where we are doing it. We have some of the biggest names to our credit. Look at Ambani's, look at Birla's, look at Ruya's, look at Tata's. But I would like to point out here that put beside these people, let us bring some SMEs factor also. We have some of the companies who have been doing some enormous business and real creative innovations, but they have not been coming to the forefront. Mainly because they do not have that much of expertise and resources, wherein government should step in. Research and development is very low in India. It's very surprising it is very low in India. Government must give impetus to these companies to come forward and bring into the focus now. It is irony that India today cannot even manufacture a simple calculator. It is not that we can't do it, but we import it from China. Why? We can do it ourselves, but it's not that we don't have any resources. We have the resources. We should have the willpower. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a proud moment for me to address you at 3rd Annual India Leadership Conclave on a topic that concerns to most of the Indians and to me as the chairman of the 3rd Annual India Leadership Conclave on Brand India, the emerging superpower. I am sure in coming days, maybe in 2020, as someone has pointed out, India is going to be the big global player and it will establish its foothold in the world market as it has been in the past. Thank you very much to be the part of this momentous occasion at 3rd Annual India Leadership Conclave, and I hope this evening is going to be much more fruitful for you as you interact with a lot of leaders here today. Thank you very much.